Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing my December daily process for story number 13. This was a super fun little adventure I went on with my boyfriend. We went onto a Polar Express train. Sorry if you hear some tippity tapping. I have my dog walking in and out of the room. But anyways, so we found out about this train from a family friend, and if you haven't seen the movie Polar Express, I don't know where you've been, but basically this magical train comes and takes these kids to the North Pole. But we got to go on the train, and it was definitely geared towards like kids and families, but I love all this kind of fun stuff, and my boyfriend is a super good sport, so he came with me. So I have a couple of photos, kind of a decent amount, so it's a little bit of a longer spread and process, but I did like whittle down the amount of photos I had as much as I could, but I did have a lot to share. So I kind of make it like a two-page process, like layout, but it's like a double-sided layout with two pieces of ephemera that also hold some pictures, but you'll just see what I'm doing. So we got these like golden tickets, which is kind of from the movie. They get like a ticket onto the train. And so on the back side of one of them, I put two photos, and then the back side of the other one, I put two more, and those kind of sandwich the plastic photo sleeve between them. Does that make sense? So, anyways, I have a lot of ephemera from this, the tickets, and then I also took the hot cocoa cup and like cut the like logo and the little sign out of it so that I could use that in my page, and it turns out really cute. These photos were a little tricky because the lighting inside of the train was very colorful and it was dark, so they're very red and purple, but I just kind of did what I could with some simple editing and just went with it. And I think overall it turned out pretty cute. So I'd love to know if you guys have a train like this in your community. I had never heard of something like this before, but apparently it's a thing that people have in their towns all over the place. So here comes my dog again with her really noisy nails. Hopefully she'll just sit here with me and be quiet. But anyways, so I am just going through with some score tape and adhering down the photos. I trimmed them on the side and the top a little bit so you could still see the outline of the ticket shape because I thought that was cute. And I'm going to add some washi tape, I think between the where the two photos meet. I think I added to kind of distract from that line. Yeah, that is created. So I'm adding just some thin washi tape I got at Michael's in like a little pack. And then I trim that down just so it's like a clean line. Okay, so I think I do it on the top and bottom of both of the photos too. And I repeat that again on the other little ticket that I make a little bit later. And yeah, so I really enjoyed this experience. I think it was super fun. The tickets were like maybe 50 bucks a piece, which is definitely expensive, but it was a good experience, and it was a real train that actually drove. We just went back and forth basically, but it was cool that it was a genuine train. It wasn't like a pretend thing. So I thought that was pretty cool. And again, I feel like there's this weird idea that all of the fun holiday things are for kids, and I don't have kids. But I think that if something sounds like fun for you to do, like you should just go do it. And there was definitely, I didn't really notice anyone else who was without kids besides us, but I'm sure there were people. And also, I feel like the adults who were there also enjoyed it. So I think it's really fun. And I think that something like December Daily is a really good excuse or motivation to go do more fun stuff like this. So definitely take advantage. I think it was totally worth it. So I'm just going to punch some holes now in my tickets, and it was a double-sided ticket. So one side it said like Polar Express round trip, and the other side was like a photo of the train, I think. And I wanted both those sides to be visible. So I made sure to adhere my photos on opposite sides of the tickets for either one of the tickets. And I just punched holes directly into them, which kind of cut holes in my photos, but I don't really care. And that little sticker on the one photo has a little label and then a little geotag, and it says the North Pole, because at one point when you looked out the window, we had like quote unquote made it to the North Pole, which was super cute. So yeah, I think I did a really good job. It was super fun, and I definitely would recommend it. I don't know what else to say. But at one point, so if you've seen the movie, you know that like Santa gives the main character kid, whose name I don't even know, a little silver bell. It's like the first gift of Christmas, and we all got silver bells, and they were so cute. They're really, really nice, like shiny silver bells. They had the Polar Express engraved into them, and they had like a suede little like string hanging down from them. So I thought it was really cute, and I don't know, I enjoyed it a lot. It was so cold though. It was freezing cold outside, which was, I guess, kind of magical for the moment. I live in Southern California, so it doesn't really ever get that cold, but it was super cold on this night. But yeah, so I'm basically just repeating what I did on the previous tag where I adhere all my photos down, again, using score tape because these are all outside of the page protector. You know that otherwise I'm a pretty big glue stick girl, which I feel like I'm alone on the glue stick island, but the score tape is good for like keeping things strongly adhered down. And yeah, I'm enjoying my album a lot so far. I think I'm doing a variety of things. I'm trying not to make it too complicated on myself and like creating too much of like a strong theme throughout the album. I'm just sort of like making whatever the photos and stories kind of motivate me to make or inspire me to make. So not taking anything too crazy seriously. But I think it's a really fun album. It's a good mix of simple, complicated, decorative, minimalistic, which I'm normally not. I think it's a good amount of ephemera that I've been adding in. I'm pretty happy with it overall. The only thing is I'm wildly out of space. Like at this point in the album, it's already too full, and I think I'm on what? Is it story 13? What story is this? 13, yeah. So I think I'm going to order another one of these albums, which I don't really want to have two albums, but the other option is like ordering a bigger album, like a bigger spine, which I should have done to begin with. I know that Ali Edwards albums have like a 2.5-inch spine, and this is like a 1-inch spine, I think. So it definitely would have been better to do that, but I was trying to be a little frugal and not get a super expensive, like $35 album from Ali. But I think next year I'm definitely going to because it just doesn't work otherwise. But I do really like this Snowflake album, and I know that if I don't use it this year, I won't ever have a reason to use it, so I'm probably just going to get two albums. I'll order another one from like Cherry on Top or scrapbook.com. It's in stock in both those places, so I might just do that. But anyways, back to what I'm actually doing. So between the two ticket pages I made, I'm going to sandwich a 3x4 card pocket page, and I have a little card on one page that has Santa, and then I have some photos. The first photo is like, the first side of it is all hot chocolate themed, and this side that I'm showing you now is more of like the Santa moment themed. And I end up taking out that picture of the tickets because it's sort of redundant because you already saw the tickets because they're physically in the album. And instead I put another journal card. But right now what I'm doing is I took the coffee mug or the coffee cup and cut I think I said this already, but I cut the Polar Express and then the hot chocolate like imagery off of it to use in my album, which I really like. So on the top right pocket that's empty right there, on one side I'll staple the hot chocolate like image, and then on the other side I staple the Polar Express circle image that's right there on the top right now. And I'm just backing the other one with some pattern paper because you do kind of see it. I don't back the circle though, so it's kind of weird that I just didn't, but I guess it mostly is covered. But for a second I put them together thinking I'm going to put them on the inside of the pocket, but then I don't, and I staple them to the outside of the pocket instead. So I'm like pretending like I'm using the glue to glue it down, but obviously that wouldn't stick. So I'm just using my tiny attacher and stapling that. And then I staple to the other side, the little hot chocolate thing. And I think I do this off screen, but I do fill the shaker pocket with this really, really cute Christmas confetti of sequins. It's like a sequin mix, and it's from Rachel Talman's shop. I will link it below if I remember. But it comes out really cute, and I really like it. I think I used maybe the whole pack on this pocket because it's a full 3x4, so it's a pretty big space to fill. So it ended up being cute. And I don't know, I've been trying not to hoard supplies. I've bought so many scrapbook supplies this year, or this past year, if you guys had seen all of my hauls. And I didn't have very much supplies before, so I definitely needed to get a lot of stuff, but now I have so much and I just don't want to hoard supplies. So I just used it all up. But I don't know if I do it on the camera because I definitely don't have my fuse tool heated up when I'm making this page. But if you look at my Instagram, if I do post pictures of this, you will see the little shaker all finished up. If not, you'll see it in the final flip through whenever I post that. But now I'm using this little hot cocoa wood veneer that I've had forever. And I'm using score tape to adhere it down. But eventually I have to like peel it up because I change things around. So, and this is like kind of blocking the pockets from being able to open. So kind of I should have done this last, but it does look cute. I like the way it looks. It kind of like, I don't know, grounds the full page in the center in a way. And the photos on this side are the lady giving me my chocolate, her hot chocolate, and then me and my boyfriend with our hot chocolate. And then the bottom right, it's like a currently, and it's like a bunch of different things. So it says baking yummy cookies, wrapping presents, eating candy, making a playlist, or it says eating candy canes, making a playlist, singing Christmas songs, watching Christmas movies, relaxing by the fire, and the bottom one says drinking hot cocoa. So I just put a little gold star on the drinking hot cocoa. And that's like my way of checking it off, I guess. And because it was already in the pocket and like kind of blocked from the hot cocoa mug, I just do it on the outside of the page protector. So yeah. And then I'm adding some puffy stickers around. I have some on that hot cocoa picture of us. There's a little puffy house on that North Pole area. And then I went ahead and cut this little section out, but I fussed with the little stuck down hot cocoa mug wood veneer thing a bunch to get this December favorites little card in there. And then I'm going to pull out some Citrus Twist letter stickers, number stickers, and put the number 13 in the empty spot of that December favorites card. And again, it's a little bit off screen, but I pulled out this acetate plastic piece, and it's a little wreath from Ali Edwards, and I put that down as like a backing for the number 13, and that is just how I number the spread. But I think that is all I do for this little layout, so I'm just going to stick it into my album that you can see is bursting at the seams, just so you can get an idea of how it looks, and then just imagine the little empty pocket being filled with like red and green and gold shaker elements. But I think it's a really cute little layout. I think it's really fun, a fun way of using the ephemera, and I really like it. So I hope you guys do too, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.